my thoughts on the Retina MacBook Pro, Retina in general, and Mountain Lion. It's Wednesday, June 20th, 2012, and this is iWake. I'm Tim Chaten, and welcome to another edition of iWake. Good morning. It is late night when I'm recording this one, and today's episode is going to be another kind of my thoughts show, and this one's going to be totally just me going out there without scripting this one out and just sharing my thoughts on Retina MacBook Pros, Mountain Lion, and just Retina in general. So let's get going with today's episode. So I just wanted to first off start with Retina MacBook Pros, and I'm very excited by this Mac. It will be my next Mac, assuming all goes to plan with job stuff and things like that. But a couple reasons I'm excited by the Retina MacBook Pro. First off is the Retina part of that. That is, you have a native resolution greater than that of a 27-inch iMac. And I discovered today there's an application called SwitchResX or something like by that name around there that lets you actually use this MacBook Pro at native resolution, pixel per pixel. So you literally have more screen space than you do on a 27-inch iMac. And that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'd use the MacBook Pro in that regard all the time, but it's cool to know it's there and out there. So if you're looking for a way to use native resolution, especially when we don't have Retina apps yet, it might be a cool thing to try out. Because one of the downsides I've noticed with the Retina MacBook Pro is this is so early days for Retina on the Mac that most of the apps aren't ready for it yet. So what you end up getting is a bunch of apps that are fuzzy and things like that. So in the meantime, you can use SwitchResX to use native resolution at 2800 by 1800, something like that, to get really tiny windows, but at least they won't be fuzzy, and you'll get a ton of screen space. You'll be able to put so many windows on your computer that you'll just think it's amazing, which it is. So that's first off. I'm amazed what Apple's done with the Final Cut Pro 10. They've been able to optimize it so you get a little tiny window that has 1080p right in there, and then the rest of your screen is devoted to working with the video. So I'm impressed what Retina-enabled apps are able to do. They're able to optimize it so part of the screen is native resolution at 2800 whatever by whatever, and the rest of it is your interface elements that are normal size, so you're able to work with those. So there's some cool things going on with Retina apps. The other thing I'm excited about with this MacBook Pro is the Pro aspect of it. This is a Pro machine in all regards. This is the fastest Macintosh Macworld has ever tested. Faster than the Mac Pro, faster than the iMac. It is the fastest Mac out there, which makes it a perfect machine for anybody looking for speed. And since this thing can drive 2 Thunderbolt displays, this also makes it a perfect desktop machine for those that want huge amounts of screen real estate. You have the 15-inch Retina plus 2 27-inch monitors it can drive. That's incredible. And what's incredible beyond that is you get the ports that go along with that. So you get, if you hook up 2 Thunderbolt monitors at $1,000 a piece, you get 6 USB 2s, you get 2 Ethernets, gigabit Ethernets, you get 2 FireWire 800s, and all the other cool things that go along with that, FaceTime cameras, things like that. And you also get the ports on the MacBook Pro itself. You get the 2 USB 3 ports, and then, of course, 2 Thunderbolt ports on the monitors themselves. So you have tons of I.O. coming out of this machine, and that's what makes this a Pro in my mind. Besides it being a really fast machine, it's got tons of I.O. On the machine itself, it's got 2 Thunderbolts, which only the 27-inch iMac has that. Even the 21-inch iMac doesn't have 2 Thunderbolt ports. So for those that think this isn't a Pro machine because they lost FireWire to Ethernet, they're idiots. Living in the future is going to be all Thunderbolt. USB 3 is going to be a cool part of that as well, with faster hard drives, things like that. But Thunderbolt's where it's at. Having 2 of those lets you do some wicked, wild, cool things. And up until now, you've needed a 27-inch iMac to do that. Beyond just I.O. is capacity. It is a Pro in regards to capacity, up to 768 gigabytes of solid-state storage. This is unheard of. I'm used to working with 128 gigabytes on my MacBook Air and 256 stretching it for higher end stuff if you wanted to cram it in there. But 768 gives you plenty of room on your scratch drive, and with Thunderbolt, those that want the extra storage can have it by just hooking up Thunderbolt drives that are as fast as internal SSDs if they buy the right stuff. So this machine is a pro machine, and that's why it will be my next Mac. I love my MacBook Air, but it's not a pro machine. It can do video editing, but it's painfully slow at times. When I try to push it, when I try to do real HD stuff, 3D stuff, it just does not like me at those times. When 3D especially, it just stops dead pretty much with the rendering. It's overnight and it's painful. So the reason I would get this is for my desktop usage. This would not be an on-the-road machine for me. This would actually be a mobile desktop computer, so to speak. And my MacBook Air, I'm planning on keeping it, and that will be my going on the airplane, taking it with me machine. And it's going to still function. It's a great laptop. It's only a year old, and it's really fast, quite still. So that's kind of the state of why I'm excited about the MacBook Pro. I'm excited because the screen, that's pretty awesome. The I/O, the storage, all of it. It's a complete package, and it's the future of Apple's Pro laptops. And the Retina is the future of Apple computers in general. I believe in the next few years, we're going to be seeing Retina on the MacBook Air, all the MacBook Pros, and even the iMacs. And the Thunderbolt display will be Retina one day. So it's coming, and I think we may even see a Retina iMac this year if my predictions are true. So that's that. Mountain Lion, I just want to talk a little bit about. I'm really jazzed that's coming out next month, as I predicted, for only $20. This is going to be a steal of an operating system, and those that didn't buy Lion can buy this for $20, and it's a great OS. I've been playing around with it the past few months, and all the little enhancements are really what Lion should have had baked in on day one. Mountain Lion is what Lion should have been a year ago, but Apple couldn't do. So it's cool to see Apple execute and deliver the OS I've dreamed of for a year now. I've been frustrated with a few things in Lion, and most of those things are corrected with Mountain Lion. So that's an awesome thing for sure. So what I'm most excited about is just having apps for reminders, apps for notes. All the apps that I missed from the iCloud system are now going to be in Mountain Lion. I'm really jazzed that voice dictation is coming to the Mac, and hopefully next year we'll get Siri. It's a process. So hopefully next year we get Siri, and it's cool that Apple's seeing that voice dictation is a thing for the Mac, and that the MacBook Pro actually has 2 mics to handle it even better. So that's a cool thing for those that get the new hotness of the MacBook Pro. As far as Retina in general, I just want to talk about a little bit about the state of Retina. On the iPhone, it's really taken off. It's been really adopted pretty well. On the iPad, apps have been adopting pretty well. My concern is really in the space of websites. It will take a long time before websites are optimized for this, and Mac apps are optimized for Retina. I'm really concerned that developers will be slow on the uptake on Mac, and I hope that's a wrong prediction. I hope that developers are responding to this and excited about this and get on board. It's a big project to update and to rethink your app for Retina, but I would love it if developers actually take the time to do that. So those are my thoughts for today on Retina MacBook Pros, on Mountain Lion, a little bit on that. And we're approaching the end of June, so Mountain Lion should be coming out pretty soon here. And that's that. So I've been having a crazy day today, so didn't have time to write out a show, but wanted to just do this little impromptu session with you guys today. And I've got some exciting stuff for on the Thursday show. I've got some information that was sent to me that's NDA that I can't talk about until Thursday. So stay tuned for the Thursday show. If you want to be the first guys to know about the information I have from one of my favorite companies out there, stay tuned and watch tomorrow's show. So thanks for watching today's show. If you want more information, or if you want to support the show, a couple ways you can do that. You go to iTunes or leave a review. You can also go to YouTube. My YouTube channel is TCHATEN. So go to youtube.com/TCHATEN. Watch the videos and click on the ads. I get paid that way. So if you want to support the show financially, that's a way you can do it, just by watching the videos and clicking on ads there. So another way you can support the show financially is actually by paying me money with donations through iWake Again. For $10 a month, you get access to iWake Again, and that's the show where I do a Saturday show, and it's about 30 minutes in length typically. This week I've got Nate Bletzer, I believe is his last name, from Madre Chocolate, and he was recently on the MacCast, and he's out here in Hawaii, and I'm going to do an interview with him discussing how he uses Apple in his business of creating chocolates. So that's this week, and so sign up today over at iWakePodcast.com/again. That's iWakePodcast.com/again, and you get access to all the backlog episodes. Tons of them are out there. So that's that. Thanks for watching today's episode or listening to it. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Aloha.